Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a concept that can completely change the game for how you handle your career, your goals, pretty much your whole life. It's called self-leadership.
So let me ask you something. Think about your day-to-day for a second. How much of it is spent, waiting? Waiting for your boss to give you the next assignment, waiting for instructions, waiting for anyone to tell you what to do next. It's so easy to fall into that passive mode without even noticing it.
But what if there's a totally different way to operate? What if instead of waiting for things to happen to you, you started making them happen for you? That's the huge shift we're digging into today. The move from being a passenger in your own life to getting firmly in the driver's seat.
At its core, self-leadership is really all about being proactive. It's about consciously deciding to stop just reacting to whatever the world throws at you, and instead stepping up to actively create the circumstances you want.
So what does that actually look like? Well, think about traditional management, right? You wait for your marching orders. A self-leader, on the other hand, is constantly scanning the horizon. They see what needs to be done and they just do it. They don't wait around for sales to take a nosedive to come up with a recovery plan. They see a trend starting and act on it first.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? This isn't just some vague, feel-good idea. There's a real, practical framework you can use. The whole journey of self-leadership is really built on 4 essential pillars that act as your roadmap.
And here they are. It all comes down to these 4 things: knowing who you are, knowing what you do, knowing what you need to learn, and then actually using what you know. Now, for today, we're going to zero in on 2 of the most important starting points: really knowing yourself and building the mindset to get you there.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts with that very first pillar, knowing who you are. And this goes way deeper than just making a list of your skills. It's about creating your own personal vision, the thing that will act like a compass for every single decision you make from here on out.
This pyramid shows it perfectly. See, your personal vision isn't some fluffy, far-off dream. It's the solid base that holds up everything else: your big 10-year goals, your 1-year plans, and yeah, even the stuff you put on your to-do list this morning. It all connects back to that vision.
So the key is to make this real, right? Not just an idea. And you can do it in 3 surprisingly simple steps. First, just get real with yourself and nail down your top 3 core values. What really matters to you? Things like, say, creativity, or growth, or integrity. Second, for each of those values, write down what success actually looks like. And finally, you just weave it all together into one powerful, personal vision statement.
All right, so having a map and a compass is awesome, but you also need fuel in the tank to get anywhere. On this journey of self-leadership, that fuel is optimism. And I'm not just talking about having a sunny disposition. I'm talking about using optimism as a strategic tool to power through any challenge you face.
This chart, which is based on the amazing work of Dr. Martin Seligman, really breaks it down. When something goes wrong, a pessimist tends to see the problem as permanent. This is never going to end. They see it as pervasive. This mistake ruins everything. And they feel powerless. There's nothing I can do. But an optimist? They reframe the exact same problem. It's temporary. This is just a setback. It's isolated. This is one specific issue, not my whole life. And they know effort is possible. I have some control here. It is a massive difference in your outlook.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's all about what you choose to focus on. Are you seeing the difficulty inside an opportunity, or are you finding the opportunity hidden inside a difficulty?
Now, here's the best part. This is not something you're just born with. Optimism is a skill you can learn. And like any skill, you can build it with practice, and there's a simple, proven tool that can help you do it.
And here it is. It's Dr. Seligman's ABCD model. Let's walk through it. Let's say you face some adversity, like getting some tough feedback at work. Your automatic belief might be, I'm just not good at this. The consequence? You feel totally demotivated. But here's where the magic happens. Disputation. You have to actively argue with that negative belief. Tell yourself, hang on a second, I've gotten tons of great feedback before. This is just one specific thing I can work on. That simple act leads to energization. You feel that shift from being defeated to being ready to learn and take action.
So, we've talked about the what, the why, and the how. We've got a vision, we've got a way to fuel our optimism. But look, self-leadership isn't a spectator sport. It's all about action. This journey doesn't start tomorrow or on Monday. It starts right now.
I love this quote from Ken Blanchard because it's the perfect mantra for right now. Self-leadership is about taking total ownership. It's about dropping the excuses and picking up action instead. And trust me, there is magic in that simple switch.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question. I'm not talking about some massive 10-year plan. I'm talking about one thing. What is one small, proactive choice you can make today to stop waiting and to start leading yourself toward the future that you actually want? Think about it, and then go do it.